Welcome to Anchor Network, where you get updates of things happening around you. I appreciate every one of you that have subscribed to this channel, and if you have not subscribed, I say thank you very much, because I know that at the end of this news you are going to subscribe, and I want you to press the red button and also the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime we publish any news. Thank you very much once again. We are waiting for you. FFK reacts after group purportedly issues Southerners quit notice over Ruga. Former Aviation Minister Fani Kayode has reacted to purported threat by the Arewa Youth Assembly in response to the suspension of Ruga settlement by the federal government. The umbrella body of Northern Youth was reported to have allegedly threatened to evict all Southerners in the north within 30 days if the federal government doesn't resign its decision to suspend the Ruga settlements of Fulani herders in selected states of the Federation. The federal government had announced the Ruga Rural Grazing Area initiative in a bid to curb the incessant clashes between farmers, herders, and host communities. The idea was to establish a grazing settlement for the herders in selected locations in the state to avoid indiscriminate pastoral activities. But the government was forced to suspend the decision after it was greeted by widespread criticism. Angered by the news of the suspension, the Arewa youth then purportedly issued a 30-day ultimatum to every Southerner residing in the north to vacate unless Ruga is implemented. Reacting to purported threat, Chief Fani Kayode warned the group the South was ready for them and even charged them to save the 30 days grace it had given and carry out their threats now. According to him, a 30-day period was too long. The sooner the dance begins, the better. While warning the group, they will reap the wide that you have sown. To the Arewa youth who dare to say that every Southerner must leave the north within 30 days unless Ruga is implemented, I say stop the threats and just do it. The sooner this dance begins, the better. 30 days is too long. You will reap the whirlwind of what you have sown. We are waiting for you. This time around, we are ready. There will be no settlements and there will be no turning back. Macbeth said, I shall fight till the flesh be hacked from my bones, and damned be he who first cries hold. Between us, I say, damned be he who first cries hold. I think these guys are really taking the whole thing too far. You are taking it too far. If really you're been in other people's community and with all the experience, with all your antecedents before now, it's been causing mayhem and havoc to the people. People have the right to say they don't want this program. And meanwhile, it is a business, a private business at that the federal government wants to use the taxpayers' money, to fund. Now, they have told you that if you want to stay in our community, ranching will be the best option for you. To be in a place. You said, you want to be moving from places to places. And federal government, that's supposed to curb all those activities. They're supposed to tell you, okay, if you want to stay in a particular place, you have to abide with the rules and regulations of those communities. Because each state, they have their own law. And thank God, yesterday, Benue State won against this Fulani S-men because they challenged, this authority or the law that, that is against going from places to places to be doing your nomadic life. They told you that if you must, rear your cattle, you have to be in a designated area. They said, no, they want to be moving inside town, even to the extent they want to be moving on the streets, because that is what they do. You must see most times you see cattle, on the road. All the cars have to park. You have to wait until every cow has already gone, because you don't want, to obstruct them or just to, injure you. Is that the kind of life we want to be living? Now they are threatening that, it has to be implemented. Like we said, the federal government said, you guys, as many people or as many states, as many governors that are interested, should indicate. And the ones that are interested indicated. So I see no reason why, because even the other thing, federal government is even causing a lot of problem. In as much you have emphasized it, and people that are not interested said they were not interested, and the ones that were interested, why didn't you go along or to go on with the program? Why canceling it? Why suspending it? Based on what? Because now they are saying because of the outcry. You have told the people, giving everybody a blank check. It's whatever you want to write on it, whatever you want to choose, you go by it. So that is what is giving this Arewa, this youth, giving the federal government, a 30-day, space that if you don't do it, if even they are not even talking of the people that have even indicated interest, people that are really interested in this Ruga of a thing, they are saying that it has to be implemented across the country. That is to tell you that these guys, they know what they are doing, they know what they are looking for, and it's the earlier the other regions give it to them, the better it is. Because other regions, they are so liberal, they just want peace. But these guys, they don't really want peace. And because the government is still pampering them, is always pampering them, is always, giving them soft landing. How many Fulani men, how many, these particular people that are committing this havoc, how many of them have been arrested? No, none of them have been arrested. Even if they arrest them, they are going to release them. And this Miyetti Allah, they have made some categorical statement when there was massacre sometime. They said they retaliated. There was a kind of reprisal because the farmers killed some of their cows. And up to date, none of them was arrested. Nobody was arrested. Is that the kind of country we are living? No wonder they said, okay, we are in a zoo. Everybody is not animal. Some people have just decided because they have the opportunity to be at the end of affair of the country, of the government. They feel they can do and undo. And the ones that are, in their right senses, even among those leaders, because of selfishness, because of the position they are looking for, they turn blind eye. They don't just want to even say things the way they are. They try to cover up lies. They try to be diplomatic. They try to be politically correct just because of their own selfish interests. They are not fighting for their people. We know a lot of them there. And that is why these guys are really riding over them. Like somebody who wrote, Charles Ogbu was saying, everybody should be careful. Don't be deceived by this suspension. That it's just for them to go back and do their mathematics, to do their calculations very well. That is why they put hold on it. Because if really they are sincere about it, just like the way they are saying, because they just said it's not compulsory, but they didn't really make it, to loud it. They didn't even loud it. Okay, it is not compulsory, because if they had louded it for everybody to hear, and people, will be able to tell their governors that we don't want it, which people have been saying before now. That is what I expected the government to have done. Continue to loud it that it is by choice. It's not compulsory for you to join. And you continue with those ones that have really indicated interest. But the sudden suspension of this thing means that they might come back, to try to arrange themselves, to try to, reshuffle the whole thing. The first time that they brought this issue of colony, people said no, they don't want it. They went back again. They brought, another form of a Ruga settlements. And people are beginning to that this government is trying to play some kind of a fast game, and people are really ready for them. So if you know that you don't have a ulterior motive, concerning this, why can't you go along with the program to as many that are interested or have indicated interest? You guys, you just go on. And if you know that, the program is going to be of benefit to everybody, by the time the ones that didn't join, see the benefit of it, nobody will tell them to join. So why suspending it? And that is what is giving these Arewa guys or the youth, telling government that they have to implement it across the country. And now you are giving ultimatum, even and threatening the people living in your area that they have to leave. Why? Why this kind of a thing? And that's why, thank God that Fani Kayode has really answered them. Because when they think, because the reason why most of the time these Southerners, the Southeast, South, and Southwest, they keep quiet, because these guys are really, no matter how you want to put it, they are more enlightened, because they just feel that, everybody has to grow up. But these guys, they don't want to grow up. And that's why you see them littering all over the place. For the fact that they have there are people always on always at the end of affair. They have been, they have been the one handling the presidency or whatever. Yet there is nothing to write home about their people. They are all over the place begging. There is most of the government or most of the people that have been president from their region, they've not been able to tackle that that's illiteracy, that's way of life, even to be able to cope their people, to be able to make them a better people. And they are even their leaders are so wicked even to their people. We know that most of all those politicians are all these leaders. Most of them, they are so selfish. But when you have people that always coming, to be the president of the country from your region, and yet most of the problem in that region is always, aggravating all the time. And that is why we are having problem all over the place. So, guys, that is just my own opinion concerning, Fani Kayode's reaction to this Arewa group. I would like you guys, to put your comments, and I would like you guys to, put your comments down in the comment section. Let's have your own take concerning this matter. Thank you very much for always listening. Bye.